Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to bring you today's video. We're gonna get started with that in just a second, but I wanted to hop on real quick and let you know that since today's video is all about the 16-8 and what I eat in a day, if anything along those lines is a trigger for you, please do not watch the video. I say all the time in my health and wellness videos that yes, I am Dr. Dawn, but I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a PhD ×2. I actually have a double doctorate. So I'm really good at researching and finding things out that work for me and for my clients as a business coach and consultant. Now, with that being said, I wanted to tell you just real quickly why I even chose intermittent fasting. You guys may have seen some of my other videos about the longer fast, but I do the 16-8 on a daily basis. It really works for me. And the way that I found intermittent fasting was, again, by doing the research, because I was so frustrated. I had shared my story about how everything changed for me as far as my fitness and my energy when I hit 40. For the past 16 years, people, I've been struggling with my weight. I would lose and gain the same 30 pounds. For everybody else, it's probably like 10 or 15, but I'm obviously an overachiever. So 30 was the number for me. And I got so frustrated. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So when I did the research and found out that intermittent fasting could help you with energy, focus, and hunger, I had to check it out. So you guys, the biggest benefit I found other than weight loss, and this is even bigger to me than weight loss, is hunger. For years, I used to think that I had low blood sugar because if I didn't eat breakfast by 9:30 or 10, I was hangry, okay? I was hungry, I was angry, all those things. I would actually get so jittery that again, I thought I had low blood sugar, but I didn't, you guys. That was just the hunger hormone being released at the times of day that I normally would feed my body. So the more research I did, the more excited I was because I saw the results instantly. Intermittent fasting has been a game changer for me. I'm just not hungry anymore. I'm really not. I mean, I'm hungry, but not starving all day the way I used to be when I used to think I had low blood sugar because I would actually get the shakes if I didn't eat at certain times of the day. As promised, today's video is what do I eat in a day on a 16-8 intermittent fast. I thought this would be the perfect place to film. Some of you have already seen my kitchen in other videos, but this is literally our pantry, okay? And with the word eat right above it, and let me step back, you can see the fork and the spoon on either side. I thought this was the perfect place to talk about what I eat in a day. As you guys know, if you've watched any of my other health and wellness videos, I'm a career coach and business consultant by trade, but I know that it's really hard to go around and preach career confidence to people if you're one of those folks who doesn't feel comfortable in your own skin. And I want you to. I want you to feel like when you walk into that room, you own it. And sometimes when you don't have that wonderful feeling of having that great mind, body, and spirit connection, it really can impact how you feel, how you do in a presentation, or sort of like the value you feel that you bring even. You know, it really can affect you in lots of different ways. And I know I feel better when I'm at the right size for me, for my height. I'm 5'1 3/4 on a good day. So I know that I want to feel good and look good at my age and have my outward appearance kind of match my personality, my energy and love and zest for life. And you can too. So I'm really excited to share with you what I typically eat. Now, the calorie count, I'm going to include that in the video. My calorie count is going to be a little higher than what it was when I was using intermittent fasting for weight loss. I'm in maintenance mode now, and I'm so excited to say that. I did those longer fasts to recalibrate my body's set point and to enjoy all the health benefits that come from a longer fast. But I typically do 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. So intermittent fasting has so many health benefits because when your body is not having to digest food every 2 to 3 hours, it has time to do all kinds of other amazing things. If you go back to my 72-hour fast, I tell you exactly what the body does at each of those intervals. But basically, you guys, I start eating usually around 12 noon and stop eating around 8 o'clock. That just really works well for me and my husband in terms of our schedule. Now, that does not mean that I never eat breakfast. I absolutely love breakfast food, so I typically start with either fruit or yogurt. There are times I really am craving pancakes or waffles or French toast, but again, I'll usually wait till 11:30 or 12, depending on what time I stopped eating the night before. But I love a great omelet. I mean, scrambled eggs, bacon, all those things. So let's see, it is 12:16 exactly, so it's time to eat, people. My first meal of the day. Okay, you guys, are you ready to see what I'm gonna make for my first meal of the day? Well, it starts with vanilla yogurt, blueberries, and some really awesome granola. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what we're having for breakfast, which is now at 12:19. Let me put my trusty readers on so I can show you this brand. Okay, ratio, sorry. Even with my trusty readers, you guys. Okay, this is high protein vanilla yogurt. It's one of the highest ones I found. This is 4 times the normal protein. It tastes really good because for me, you guys, if it doesn't taste good, I'm just not going to recommend it, even if it's healthier, okay? So I'd rather go lower protein and up my protein somewhere else. My goal, it really does keep me full if my protein is usually around 30 or 35 grams per meal. It does keep me so satisfied, and I realize that I love carbs. I'm not low carb, but if I up my protein, it does keep me satisfied where I don't have to have as many snacks. Okay, you guys, so here we go. I am gonna peel this off. Go ahead and take my yogurt. I like to kind of mix it up because I find the Greek yogurt is a little kind of chunky for my taste, so I like to kind of put it in a glass bowl. I love to see it. I just think it's pretty. I think sometimes, you know, we lose the aesthetic if we don't think about that. And that just makes, I think, mealtime a little bit more exciting when it just looks pretty. Or is that just me? Okay, I don't measure my fruit, so I literally am going to, I already washed these, so I'm going to just take the rest of it. It's getting ready to go bad. But usually I do 2 handfuls of these blueberries, and blueberries are a superfood, so that's always good. 2-second rule. Okay, you guys putting that in there. I have to have stuff that I really love to eat. So instead of doing 1/3 of a cup, and I have done 1/3 of a cup before, so don't feel like you can never have a whole portion of something. If your goal is weight loss, you just might want to measure the stuff that's highly processed. So let me show you what this ends up looking like. See, when you have 2 tablespoons, I think that's quite a bit. But again, if I feel like more, I'm going to have more. If I'm making this a dessert, then I actually add whipped cream to it, and it's amazing. So it's a healthy kind of dessert. There you go. Let's enjoy it now. Okay. So this is a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm just going to be honest. I should be enjoying this outside on the patio, or at the kitchen table or the dining room table. But you know what I'm going to do instead? It's Friday. I just feel like relaxing. I've got the whole house to myself, and my husband is not the biggest fan of Real Housewives. He gets stressed out with all the arguing. It's not always arguing, I tell him. But anyway, it's, I guess, enough arguing that it maybe does stress him a little bit. So I don't want him to be stressed out, but I'm not giving up on my shows, people. So I'm going to enjoy this delicious breakfast, my first meal of the day, and watch a little Real Housewives. So here we go. Let me have this first bite. Not that you have to see me eat on TV or on YouTube or whatever. You guys, I think it's so good. You could add any fruit to this. You could add any granola. But I think it's just a delicious way if you want something sweet, fruity. But I also have to have a lot of texture. So in other words, I've realized that some of my favorite foods are all soft. Cottage cheese, yogurt, soup, you know, things like that, that I need a little crunch. And so having the granola really helps with that. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna enjoy my Real Housewives for a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna have for lunch. All right, you guys, what's for lunch? When I say lunch, I mean literally right after I break my fast. So that wonderful yogurt concoction that I'm kind of considering my breakfast, I really love the fact that I eat lunch right afterwards. Because I love to eat, so it makes it kind of exciting. I don't even have to wait. So it is exactly 12:40. So I ate my breakfast pretty quickly. I was hungry. And because I'm now gonna have lunch right after, again, I'm gonna be full. So this is the only way I will eat a salad. It's high protein, it has lots of veggies, and then I'm just careful with the stuff that can make it a little bit less healthy, okay? So this is a Kroger salad kit. This one's called Everything Avocado. I love it because it's got the mixed greens. It has a boiled egg. I love adding boiled egg to my salad, carrots, cheese, and then this is a brand that I really, really love. I usually get the just plain grilled chicken strips that are frozen. This one has some more seasoning. This is the rotisserie season by John Souls Foods. Let's see how much more protein. So this one adds 19 grams of protein, so kind of excited about that. And then you're gonna see me top it with some crunch. These are fried onions by Fresh Gourmet. And then I always add avocado. I love avocado on practically every salad. So let's see how all this turns out. Okay, you guys, so here is how I'm going to prepare all of this. This is one of my favorite plates. I've had this forever. Because it's a big plate, but it has a little curve, I think it's just perfect for salads. So I literally am going to take, oh, by the way, this salad kit has the dressing in it. Okay, so just to let you know. Okay, and this one comes with some seeds you can add on top. Of course, I'm gonna add those onions as well. So I literally dump this in here. If it looks like it's gotten a little old, I'll take out anything that looks brown. I'm literally going to put the toppings just like that. Easy peasy. And then I'm gonna take this chicken. I like to heat it up for a minute, let it sit, and then heat it up for another minute. So let me go ahead and get that prepped for you. Here we go. Then I'm gonna use my favorite cutting board. Look at this. Oh, I hate to even get it messy. My daughter got this for me for Mother's Day. It's one of my Mother's Day gifts. I usually turn it around and chop stuff up on this side because I'm so worried about staining this. It's just so cute. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and use this and cut up the avocado. Okay, you guys, I'm cutting this in half. And look at that, perfect half. I'm gonna now grab a spoon to kind of scoop that out. And I actually love avocado enough, you guys, that even when I was trying to lose weight, it was just worth the calories to me. So I like the longer slices. I just think it just kind of, I don't know, looks a little bit nicer in your salad. So you're gonna see how that's gonna look in a minute. Okay, and it's time to heat up the chicken. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now, a lot of people maybe wouldn't like hot chicken on a cold salad. I do like it that way. So I think it just really depends on how hot you want it. But these kinds of chicken strips are already cooked, so you're really just reheating it. Okay, so I literally just throw that on top. And you guys, I have to point out the irony. It's actually called Everything Avocado, but there's no avocado in it. It's because the dressing is like an avocado ranch, which is, by the way, so delicious. But that's another reason I like to add my own avocado to it. Plus, this one doesn't have any protein, so that's why I've added the chicken. It's got the boiled egg, which has protein. Love that. Okay, so let me show you. I'm gonna now put the sliced avocado, and I'll take like a final picture, let you see. Oh, say hi, Roxy, we're filming. Say hi to Roxy. She's our furry daughter. She's our furry daughter. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to take this amazing dressing. I like to put the dressing, oh, I've got avocado on my fingers, but that's okay. I like to put the dressing on next and then put those toppings, the crunchy toppings on top. I don't know why, there's no rhyme or reason, but I do like to put the dressing next. And then for the French fried onions, again, when it comes to like really processed food, this is the one I was talking about before, you couldn't really see it. In the past, I would measure. Now, I'm not measuring these French fried onions, like a serving is a tablespoon and a half for like 40 calories, but I do like this 2 tablespoon scooper just because I think it spreads it out a little nicer. And you're gonna see I'm gonna use a little more than what's recommended. So I did like 2.5 tablespoons there. Okay, and then here's those seeds. These are flax seeds, so that does add a little protein to it as well. So just put that on top. You can see this, da 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 da. Does that not look delicious, you guys? It's high protein, it is yummy. So bon appetit, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'll see you in a little bit when we have tea time, which I will call our coffee break. It is now 12:54. Okay, see you then. Okay, you guys, it is time for that coffee break I told you about. It is 3:07, and I'm looking at my microwave clock if you're wondering what on earth I'm doing. I love everything decadent when it comes to dessert. I will do cookies, pie, cakes, ice cream, just kind of like every day. It's what do I feel like? Do I do healthier desserts? Not really. This is the one time that I indulge. And by the way, I did this on my weight loss journey too, because again, my whole thing was I was off the diet treadmill. I did not want to feel like I was going to have to count calories the rest of my life. I was okay with counting them to have some idea of how much was going into my body and to check things like protein and fiber and, you know, all those things. But other than that, I really wanted to be able to indulge, and I understood that your diet was like a bank account, okay? You know, just like when you pay money, you know, for something, if you spend a lot of money on a fabulous outfit, well, you've got a little less money to spend perhaps on your wardrobe for other things. So a diet is very much like that, right? So here's two of my favorite things. I love these Edwards single serving pies. You actually get 2 servings per box. This is one of my favorite, the chocolate cream pie. Here's another, the lemon cream pie. Yeah, lemon cream. Okay, so I literally am going to put this on this plate behind me. I love using, I got this idea from the Daily Connoisseur. She uses the most beautiful china. So this plate is one of my all-time favorite plates. It came from my wedding, my first wedding. I'm a divorcee, married the second time around, as my husband and I like to joke. Oh, you've only been married once? Well, you're amateurs. We're professionals, okay? In any case, I kept the china, and my first husband kept our daily ware, the daily plates. I don't regret that, even though I have a lot less of it. And this is this beautiful plate with mother of pearl, I mean, literally little pearls, 24 karat gold. I mean, I just love the pattern. I think it's so classy. And I was obsessed with how beautiful these coffee cups were. Now, you guys, this was so expensive. I think this is the only one we got. And I've never been back to, I mean, all these years later, oh my gosh, I've been divorced how many years? Since 2004. Y'all, I have no excuse not to have slowly built this back up. So hashtag goals. But in any case, I am going to enjoy this just listening to a little music and looking out. I have a favorite spot in my family room, and I'm gonna look out the window and just enjoy every morsel. So you're gonna see how I'm gonna have all that set up to thoroughly enjoy this decadent dessert at tea time, AKA our coffee break today. Hey guys, I'm in one of my favorite places in my entire house. It's this little love seat that is right by this window. So when I am really indulging in my dessert, that's when I do try not to watch TV. I'm not always great about that, especially if I'm really excited about an episode. But I know I'm gonna enjoy my food more if I have that mindful eating. So I decided to go with the chocolate today. I kind of waver. Like one day I really want like a chocolate cream pie. The next day I want something light and fruity. The next day I maybe want some cookies. And when I do something that's very rich, by the way, on the dessert, just to let you know, on my coffee, I'll do a black coffee. On today's coffee, I put a little sprinkle of cinnamon, a little splash of vanilla Jordan syrup, my New Naturals white stevia powder. Anyway, guys, it's a delicious way to sweeten your coffee without it being too sweet. In the afternoon, I many times will put cream in my coffee, but if this is very indulgent, then it just seems like too much for me to have cream also in the coffee. But again, no food is forbidden. If I'm feeling like cream in my coffee, folks, I'm going to have it. So I'm listening to music. I'm gonna show you my view. I'm gonna insert a picture right here, and you can see exactly what my view is. It is just wonderful to sit and listen to music and enjoy every single bite. So I'm getting ready to do that. Here's to coffee breaks. I'm telling you what, guys, if I'm in a restaurant, I might leave a bite. I'm not leaving a bite. This is an Oreo crust. This is whipped cream, chocolate mousse. And even when I was losing weight, I never felt like I was on a diet because, again, no food is forbidden. I just know if I'm going to spend 300 calories on this, then I'm probably not going to have a craft cocktail. I'm probably not going to have dessert after dinner. And in fact, speaking of dessert, I really do love having dessert in the middle of the day. When I would have something this indulgent late at night and then go to sleep a couple hours later, it just affected me more. It affected my sleep. I felt more bloated. It just does better for me. So just something to think about. All right, you guys, I am going to enjoy this now. So cheers to our coffee breaks together. Come join me anytime. If you have something like this at 3 in the afternoon, I promise you, I'm having it with you because that's exactly when I usually have my coffee time. And then I'll see you at dinner time tonight. What am I thinking? I will see you before dinner because we love a cocktail hour anytime there's a good excuse for one. So tonight, I will see you for cocktails. Meet me at 5:01 sharp and I'll see you then. All right, guys. I forgot to mention something else that is really important in terms of keeping you full if you're not used to intermittent fasting, and that's making sure you get plenty of water. I ordered this. This is a gallon jug. It actually comes like with a straw, so if you literally wanted to carry this with you all day. I do love this, and I love that it's got, I don't know if you can see that, but it has different time frames, and I'm cheesy enough that I love the motivational sayings. I just love everything about that, okay? So I love this. I love the color, the yellow and pink. It's just makes it a little bit more fun. So I am, let's see, it is almost 4 o'clock and I should already be about right here. So I've gotten just a little bit behind, and it starts at 7 a.m. and ends at 9 p.m. So it's a lot of water. It really is. It's not for everybody, but it is so important to stay hydrated, not just for your health, but it really does keep you full. So I wanted to make sure I included that and showed you what I did to make sure I get my waters in. Okay, you guys, it is past 5:01, so it is definitely time for cocktail hour. And just to let you know, when this light switch, I make it very official. When this switch comes on in our wet bar, it definitely means it's time for cocktail hour. So let's go check on the hubs and see what he's preparing for cocktail hour. We take turns. He's not always the one that prepares it, but man, it sure is nice when he does. So let's see what he has in store. And here's my hardworking husband. If you have been watching our channel for a little while, you know him because he's been in other videos. So what do we have for cocktail hour today?
We're having gin and tonics with Bombay Blue Sapphire.
Nice.
And this Q Spectacular Tonic.
And I've actually been really into having a key lime gin and tonic. So Mark will actually put a little splash of simple syrup and mix that in, won't you? There he goes, putting the little simple syrup on there.
I will.
And it just makes it taste just so good. And then let me show you what we're gonna snack on with our cocktails today. Oftentimes we will have mixed nuts, something easy like that, but then we also love having cheese and crackers or say sliced apples with cheese. Today we have a very special treat. Our daughter and son-in-law from Florida came in and he brought with him manchego and chorizo from Spain. So check this out. Does this not look delicious? Yes. So we're gonna have that with our cocktails today. So again, I'm gonna include the nutritional information. I'll put that all here so you can check it out. And then after this, in about maybe an hour or two, we'll get ready to have dinner tonight. And I'll share with you what we have for dinner. Okay guys, if you can't see behind me, not only are we getting ready for dinner, but we are decanting red wine. So I will show you what we're eating and cheers to dinner. It is 7:48 and we're almost ready to sit down and eat. Okay, you guys, it is time for dinner. So let me show you what we're having real quick. And you may notice again, I'm back on the couch. That's because instead of eating in the dining room or any of those things, we are back on the couch because we decided to watch another movie. So just like I have my other meals on the couch, we're doing the same thing. Tonight is Friday night date night at home, which we don't get often. And we love everything Denzel Washington, and we got to see The Equalizer Part 3 in the movie theater. And so now, by the way, highly recommend. Now we love it so much, we're going back to Part 1, which we watched last night, and Part 2 tonight. So let me show you what we're eating right here on the couch while we watch the movie. This is it, you guys. Mark has been grilling. This is a steak kebab. Again, I'll put the nutritional information on there for you. A glass of that red wine I showed you earlier. Sometimes we'll do a little something sweet afterwards, or a little after dinner drink. If we do, I'll be sure to film that too. All right, you guys, are you ready to hear how the rest of the evening went? Well, that amazing, delicious steak kebab, it just hit the spot, and very, very filling. There was a lot of steak on there. I don't know if you could tell how much steak was really in there. Now, oftentimes when we see a movie at home, we'll go ahead and have this delicious popcorn that Mark makes right on the stove with oil and all the good things. But we were actually so full, we didn't end up having any popcorn, any dessert, or even an after dinner drink, which many times we'll do as well on a special night. So that took care of my entire day of eating. But to just recap what our daily total was, the total calories was 1764, total protein was 171 grams, and the total fiber was 11 grams. Now, to give you a little context, when it comes to protein, which is so important for women, especially as they get older, the recommended amount is 1 gram of protein per pound that you weigh. So I've been honest with you guys about my weight. Remember, that's a big step for me because I was so bad about the number on the scale. I didn't even let my husband Mark ever even see it. In fact, when we would weigh in at the doctor's office, I made the nurse swear in blood practically that she would keep that number secret. And I made my husband turn his face away. I mean, that's how crazy I was in that diet mentality. Now I can proudly say I weigh 129 pounds, and to stay in a healthy range, the recommendation is that you have about a 5-pound window. So 129 is perfect for me. And again, those numbers could change, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for. So to have 171 grams of protein, you guys, is awesome for me. And that explains why I was so full. In terms of the fiber, 11 grams is okay. The recommended amount for women my age is between 10 on the low side and 25 grams. So you can see that's a goal I need to work on. In terms of caloric intake, the recommended amount and the typical amount for an American diet is about 2,000 calories per day. Now remember, I'm not calorie counting. I'm not doing that anymore, but I wanted to give you at least a frame of reference of what to shoot for. When I was in weight loss mode, my goal was anywhere from 1,200 calories on the very low end up to about 1,500 or 1,600 calories. I did a lot of research on that, and many diet plans, even Weight Watchers, I really respect the Weight Watchers program, and about 1,500 calories was what they recommended. 1,800 calories per day is about what I eat now. Do I eat more than that? Of course I do. Some days I eat less. It really depends on how hungry I am. Oftentimes I've discovered in maintenance mode that's 100% dependent on how active I was the day before, how much water I've had to drink, those kinds of things. But go ahead and comment below if you would like for me to do a what I eat in a day when I'm in weight loss mode. That's totally fine. If I was in weight loss mode, I would need to cut back maybe 300, 350 calories, something like that. So if you're interested in me doing a video like that, I'm happy to film that for you and cut back a little bit. I was also thinking about putting together a video for you of what I eat on date night when I go out with my husband. I also am so lucky to have amazing girlfriends in my life, and I have several groups of women friends. We get together for lunches and dinners, including wine and things like that. So I'm also happy to do a video about what I would eat on a girls' night out, how I would prepare for that during the day, and what I would eat in a restaurant. And again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in my health and wellness series. If you like content like this, again, please think about subscribing and definitely share this video with anybody else that you think would enjoy. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.